Let's just make a discussion here. So when you're on, you have to.
Sorry, Muhammad, I just got this now. After the class, inshallah, I will respond to your question. Recently, in our class today, we're discussing the decoration of Masajid, decoration of Masajid. You can log on to YouTube and follow the class, inshallah. Okay, read it. Read a new lesson, inshallah. Is it Jesse or Jesse? Huh? ولا بأس بأن ينقش المسجد بالجسي. Wat is het, Sheikh? I have no money, but I gave him 300. Gave him 300. Finish. I don't have money now. I don't have money with me now. You should have communicated with me first before you went there. Isn't you supposed to communicate with me? Maybe it's a favor from your side. Maybe it's a favor from your side. Okay. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We were discussing here, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, we were discussing the masala that we will discuss today is with regards to the decoration of Masajid. Before we look at the extra, we look at the lesson itself, there's some interesting notes here mentioned upon there's some interesting notes mentioned in the footnotes here with regards to the decoration of the masjid. It is mentioned that once, that's before we look at the actual kitab, that Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu was going somewhere and he saw a masjid overly decorated. He saw a masjid overly decorated. And then he asked, Liman hadhihi al-bi'ah? Who does this church belong to? The masjid was over decorated. And he said, and he knew, obviously he knew it's a masjid. He knew it's a masjid, but he said, Liman hadhihi al-bi'ah? For who is this church here? Who does this church belong to? So, after seeing how the masjid was overly decorated, he referred to it as a church. He referred to a church. So from this statement of Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, we learn here that to overly decorate a masjid, it is not appropriate. It is not right, right? Fathul Qadir, which is actually, I'm supposed to bring it to you, is the main shara of Hidaayah Sharif. Is the Urdu shara, I got it in the house. In Fathul Qadir, it is mentioned, Inna min ashrati sa'ati an tuzayyanul masajidu. It's really from amongst the signs of Qiyamah are when masajid are overly decorated. When masajid are overly decorated. Okay. So there's a hadith that say like this here. Inna min asharati sa'ati an tuzayyinul masajidu. That verily from the signs of Qiyamah are when masjid are overly decorated. So first here you got a statement of Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu. When he saw the masjid overly decorated, he said, whose church is this? Then there's a hadith of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam also that says that from the signs of Qiyamah are when masajid are overly decorated. Right? You're following, right? So from this also, you learn that to overly decorate the masjid is also not good, right? But the preferred opinion, if you look at the kutubia, is that if a person uses his personal wealth, if a person uses his personal wealth to beautify a masjid, then it will not be problematic. You must use your own wealth. So when I say you use your own wealth, you can't go around collecting for a masjid. For example, we are building a masjid here and people give money. Now that money that the people gave for the construction of the masjid, that money you can use it for the bare necessities. Like you need a carpet, you need a walls, you need a roof, you need a wudu khana. That money that people donated towards the masjid, you cannot use it for unnecessary decorations. You understood that? Understand nicely now. So you went and you collected money for a masjid. So people gave money thinking that their money will be used for the masjid. So that money you can use to put ordinary lights, but you went to go buy a chandelier for 200,000, 300,000 rand, which is not a necessity. It's not right because that is deceit. When that person donated that money, they thought that that money they are giving is going to be used for the bare basic necessities. It is for the basic necessities. But this money was not used for the basic necessities. It was used for something which is not necessary. So I haven't come to the part now here of this part now where it is permissible or not. I'm still speaking about whether you can use the donor's money for something which is not necessary, right? Yes, if you want to do something which is not okay. Let's first. So in Kuduri, the book that you done is also mentioned in. So okay, so let's encapsulate what we discussed thus far. We discussed two things thus far. One is that the statement of Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, that it is not that he took exception to an overly decorated masjid, and then also we discussed the statement inna min ashrati sati an tuzailul masajid. From the signs of Qiyamah is when masajid will be overly decorated. But we said the correct opinion is when a person out of his own money he he does something, or when you're collecting, there's no deceit. If you collecting for a extra item, then make it clear that look here, we want to put a chandelier in this masjid here. And this chandelier costs, there was a masjid in Roshni I saw the other day. The front door of the masjid was over 350,000 rand. But they said there we are collecting for this door for the masjid. So there you are being clear, you're not deceiving people. If you give money, to the masjid, you want to give 1,000 rand, you won't be happy to know that I'm giving 1,000, but my money is going for an expensive door that is not even necessary. You won't be happy with that. You understand what I'm saying? So, but if they are clear and they say, no, look here, that this money is not going, this money is for an expensive door, so then it's okay because you're not deceiving anybody. You're not abusing the donor's money. You're not abusing the donor's money. So that is fine. So if you want to, so remember this, if you are engaging in some type of extra decorations, then you can say clearly that, look here, we want this is for an extra thing. Don't collect money from the donors under the pretext that this is for the core function of the masjid, when it's not for the core function of the masjid. That is deceit. That is deceit. So you make a separate. We want to make a door of 400,000 rand. If you want to collect to this door, you can. If you want to donate to this door of 400,000, you can. So you mustn't deceive the people, right? I told you in Kuduri Sharif, is mentioned there, La Ba'sa, with regards to like decorating the masjid, right? So there's another interesting you learn here now. In fact, in the Kitab also, when you see in the Kutubul Fiqh the word La Ba'sa, it could mean one of two things. I remember our Ustad Marhum Mufti Muhammad Hashim, he say, when you see La Ba'asim, yani fi shay'un min al-Ba'as. You know, like if I tell you, look, you tell me, look here, I want to do this thing here. Say, okay, you can do it, no problem. I'm giving you permission, but I'm not entirely happy with it. You understand what I'm saying? If I was like, yes, he said, no, no, go, Mashallah, go ahead, do it. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So we say, so yeah, in Hidaayah Sharif, when they say La Ba'sa means there's no sin and there's no reward. Yeah, in Hidaayah Sharif means there's no sin, there's no reward. But from what I heard from my Ustad, when they say Fi Ba'sun, means it's better to abstain from it. It is better to abstain from it. So I was telling you, if you're going to spend from your own money, right, then, and you're not deceiving people into thinking that their money is going to be used for the core function of the masjid, then it's okay, it's fine, right? So you will not get reward, you'll not be sinful. Now, there's a statement of the Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, in the Khilafah of Umar, he did allow a certain degree of decoration in the masjid. And he said, إِنَّمَا يَعْمُرُ مَسَاجِدَ اللَّهِ مَنْ آمَنَ بِاللَّهِ, that those people habitate, they build the masjids, believe in Allah Ta'ala, etc. They've got firm imam, a firm iman. إِنَّمَا يَعْمُرُ مَسَاجِدَ اللَّهِ مَنْ آمَنَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ, right? So we've got a proof from Hazrat Umar there, and here the Shari is also saying that, if the masjid is beautiful, if it's good looking, it will be an attraction for the people to come to the masjid, right? A masjid is supposed to be the markaz where people live, etc. They spend their time. We discussed yesterday. They come, they fulfill their needs. When they got the social need, they got the economic need, they got the emotional need. They're supposed to come to the masjid to fulfill all these type of needs. So the masjid must have quwwat jaziba. It must attract people. It must be attractive. And you want people to come as much as possible to the masjid. So that's why it is good, it is preferable, it is permissible to beautify the masjid. To such an extent that some ulama ventured to say that it is an ibadat to make the masjid beautiful, pleasant, etc. But with the proviso that I told you, that you're not deceiving people. Either somebody's using his personal money to do some extra beautification, or you make it clear that, look here, this money that you are donating, it is not for the core function of the masjid. It is for, you can make a separate thing. We want to put the extra chandelier for so many thousands of rand. You can donate towards it. So you won't take solicit funds from the people under pretext that the money is going to the core function of the masjid, while it is not going to be used in the core function of the masjid. So it is not permissible to use money that is donated to the masjid for extra things that are not necessary for the masjid. That's clear, right? Yes, the money that are donated, the general donations, that must be used for the core functions, the floor, the masjid, the roof, etc. What we say is in Arabic for the baqa and the dawam of the masjid. For the baqa and the dawam of the masjid. That the general donations will be used for that. Right? Yeah, he say if you use the money that has been donated for the general masjid, if you use that for the extra beautification, then you will be answerable on Qiyamah Day. So now just looking at, remember the first two proofs we said there, as Ali radiallahu ta'ala who referred to the masjid as a church, and Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, وَإِنَّا مِنْ أَشْرَاطِ الْمَسَاجِدِ أَنْ تُزَيْنُ الْمَسَاجِدُ. So a good thing, to a good guideline would be this, that you must look at what is, urf plays a big role. I told you, even in the chapter of nafaqah, when you're working out the expenses for your wife, when you're working out the expenses of your children, etc., you look at what the urf, what is common practice in that environment. So a good guide also would be to look at the urf. If you're building a masjid in a certain area, you look at the houses in those areas, what the living standards of the people are in that area, and you make it like that or slightly little better than that. That would not be included in Israf. So I'm saying, now, if people are living in an expensive area, maybe people are living like, maybe in Houghton, or they're living in Sandton, or the people are living in Cape Town, in Camps Bay. Now, if you come with a plain, very plain masjid, where the carpets are very hard and that, you say, no, the masjids must be plain. People won't come to the masjid. Say, no, we used to sitting on a plane. How can we come to this masjid? That's what I'm saying. Or if you go out to a poor area, maybe location, now you want to build a very expensive masjid. So a good idea also would be to look at the urf, look at the environment, and you tune it into the environment. And then also the statement of Ali radiallahu ta'ala, it could be maybe that masjid which he was not happy with, it was overly decorated, maybe, or it even had decorations that represented, or it resembled maybe, a church or a synagogue or something, like how they have those paintings and all those murals, etc. And the hadith, it speaks about overly decorated masjids being the signs of Qiyamah, etc. That could also be, like I told you, which is excessively over decorated, where there's no need for it. Or it also could mean maybe, where it resembles a synagogue or a church, where, and the people are not attending the masjid. This comes also in another hadith that close Qiyamah. The masjids will be big, it will be beautiful, but it will not be inhabited. But to make it nice, neat, smart, clean, crisp, for people to come and feel comfortable and in line, on par, on parallel with their living standards, or maybe slightly a bit higher than that, so that they are inclined to come to the masjid slightly higher than their living standards. That you can see from the text, it is no problem. If you look at read the text, we'll go through, you'll see, you get a similar meaning of what I explained. Exactly what I said, I explained to you over the last few minutes now. You will find it um, in brief written there.
ولا بأس أن ينقش المسجد في الأسناد وما عندها من قول
Right. Say, ولا بأس بأن ينقش المسجد بالجس والساج. There's no problem. So here in the kitab, okay, let me translate it first. There's no problem that a masjid be decorated with lime and with teak wood and ma'iz zahabi and with gold water. So this, here in this text, they're probably referring to, in the authors in his time, maybe this was the ways of decorating the masjid. So just normally refers to, I don't know if you have, lines and decorations, was a type of lime, a type of a cement, a white cement that would be used to do it, right? So even, I don't know if you see at the course of Jamaat Khana there, you see those beads on the wall, or even at the masjid there by our house, you've got those, those beading that is made out of lime and that. So, and then asaj was a special type of teak wood, and then maybe this ma'uz zahab, water of gold, means they use in writing, engraving, etc., etc. So, although these three things are singled out, because more probably these were the things that was used in the time of the author, but we mean generally, in general, just to make it smart, etc. So I told you, wala ba'asa, then he says, وَقَوْلُ لَا بَعْثَ يُشِيرُ إِلَى أَنَّهُ لَا يُؤْجَرْ عَلَيْهِ. I told you, when you say la ba'asa, it means something that is permissible. I told you, my ustad say, يعني فيه بَعْسٌ. So here he says, لا بأس يعني يشير إلى أنه لا يؤجر عليه. You will not get reward for this excessive. Yes, it's just something which is permissible. Like, you have to provide for your family the basics. If you provide over and above the basics, it's good as a ihsan from your side, but you will not be rewarded. So لا يؤجر عليه لكنه لا يأثم, but you will not get sin. And I gave the reasons, some discuss this here, the reason why some ulama say it's permissible, right? But waqila, I told you, whenever you get qila, it refers to a weak qawl. Waqila hiya qurbatun. Someone must say, no, you will get rewarded. Inshallah, we hope that you will get rewarded. We hope the fatwa is on that one, inshallah, right? Now this وَهَذَا إِذَا فَعَلَ مِنْ مَالِ نَفْسِهِ. This is when he done it from his own wealth. I told you that you cannot use the wealth of the community to engage in decorative expenses. أما المتولي يفعل من مال الوقف ما يرجع إلى أحكام البناء دون ما يرجع إلى نقص. Interesting principle here. When somebody made a general donation to the masjid, I'm donating this to the building of the masjid, I'm donating this to the construction of the masjid, then that money can be only used for the core essentials of the masjid, like the water, the lights, a basic tap, a basic toilet, a basic roof, a basic carpet. You cannot use that unless I told you, you use your own money, or you say, we are donating for this thing, which is a extra expense, is not part of the core activities. So you say, Amal Mutawalli, as for the in charge, right? Yaf'alu min mali, he can do with the wealth of work, ma yarji'u, what relates ila ahkamil binai, to the solidifying of the building. That is the core, like I told you, my own was to the core activities of the building. Duna ma yarji'u naqshi, he cannot use the money for decorative purposes. If he to do that, if he to take if he to take the money of the community and he bought, like how they done in Roshni, a door for 300,000 and whatever, or they can do other places, you can make him responsible. But I told you that is when you collected under the wrong pretext. But if you told him, no, this is for this thing, then it's fine. So if you use a Allah Ta'ala knows better. Okay, time is up. I see we stop there. In fact, that brings us to the end of this chapter. The next chapter we're going to start is interesting, is the Kitaabul Witr, inshallah. That will be tomorrow. Subhanallah.